Hi Libras, hello and welcome. My name is Chandler and this is your intuitive energy reading for this week. You guys, it's Libra season and we just had a Libra new moon, which is really special energy for you guys. I can't wait to cover it today. But of course, if you're new to my channel, please remember that this is just a general reading. It may or may not resonate with you. It may resonate with you if you have a sun, moon, rising, or Venus in the sign of Libra. And of course, if you're a cross-watcher, feel free to switch up or reverse the roles if necessary to serve your storyline. Energy is fluid, and so the roles could be reversed. Keep an open mind to the messages. Not everything is directed toward you or is for you. And so take what resonates and leave the rest, you guys. Of course, this is a general reading, but if you would like more information, an extended version is available to you. If you'd like to follow the link in the description box over to Vimeo after the reading is over. If you find it resonates with you, I will be covering more in-depth information in the extended, okay? So Libra, the Libra new moon, okay, is all about negotiations. It truly is. I don't care if, other astrologers want to say it's about relationships or love or partnerships. Yes, we have Venus in our sign, but that is to help you, okay, see more clearly the beauty in your life and maybe remove some things that are not so beautiful or comfortable or truly serving you. On a negotiation level, okay, this Libra new moon is going to help you negotiate with your universal counterpart. Now, by that, I kind of mean on a soul level, okay? What you're negotiating on a soul level with the universe, what the universe has decided will benefit you, what you have decided will benefit you, and sort of trying to come together on those terms. However, with this sort of tug and pull or teeter-totter, okay, with the universe, you could need to sacrifice a few things. You could need to sacrifice, comforts, luxuries, the way things have been, things that you've settled for. And that's maybe how the scales may become more balanced for you. It's much more about what you can give. It's much more about what you'll sacrifice than what you can take, okay, or what you're gaining this period in Libra season. Now, there will be a gaining period in Libra season. This portion is dedicated to the new moon, which is all about releasing, surrendering, making space, letting go, so that your negotiations can take place in a much more clear, surrendered way without as much resistance later on. And so you can surrender judgments as well, okay? Your judgments of what has been good for you are changing. Your judgments of what kind of burdens you can carry are changing. The judgments of what you'll accept or what you deserve are changing. And so with this energy, I want to pull a couple sacred geometry oracle cards just to kick off our reading. This is going to be the predominant base level underlying collective energy that Libras are experiencing at this time. These messages are, of course, to help you heal, seek, grow, and feel okay through these energies as the universe has designed them in order to assist you. Oh, wow, so much purple. So I have to show you guys this. A lot of healing, a lot of spirituality, you guys. We have magic and third eye chakra. Okay, so yes, magic. It may actually feel a little bit like a miracle or that magic is taking place in your life. But look at all this purple, you guys. All for you, Libra, all for you. So magic and third eye chakra, something of an expansive energy is here. Okay, we have number 4 and 6, which are both very stable numbers, laying down a firm foundation of something that you've begun to realize or have seen for yourself. This is coming through as a sort of validation for you, okay? That there is magic coming into your life, or that it has been playing out in ways that you may not have been able to see before. Something about you seeing it clearly, okay? Because in Libra season, Halloween comes at the very end of Libra season. And in between that and Scorpio, right? It technically is in Scorpio season, but you get my drift. In this transitional energy from Libra to Scorpio, the veil is the thinnest, okay? And so when Libra comes into this lifetime, when Libra comes into a life of a Libra, you have the potential to harness the most potent, powerful, influential, expedited spiritual energy, because you're able to see both sides very clearly. And so there becomes this energy surrounding Libra of unbiased, releasing or surrendering of judgments like we were talking about. And I think that there's an element of trust in the universe or the divination, okay, in whatever situation you're currently involved in, because there is a bit of magic playing out. And I think for whatever Libras I'm connecting with, there has been something here about your subconscious, your spirituality, your inner knowing, because that, on top of crown chakra, we have a lot of spiritual information coming to you for you to digest, so that you may be able to discover the elements of magic or the inherent magic you have within to set your life up or to manifest it as so. Does that make sense? So I hope I'm not losing you guys. There's a very spiritual energy that could feel a little elusive. It could feel less tangible at this time, but it's because this energy of surrendering is helping you uncover, sort of sift through all of the unnecessary, all of the distractions, all of the stuff that you've been carrying around with you, to get to that deeper layer of what it is you know, what it is you have seen, and helping you trust in that so that you can manifest through whatever magic is taking place in your life. I really hope that makes sense to you guys. It seems special. It seems special. The frequency of magic supports our intrinsic ability to grow and expand beyond this moment, to move toward possibilities and expressions that are as grand and profound as we can imagine. Manifestation energy, you guys. All that is required is our belief in their manifestation. So one thing that we were just talking about the other day, me and my family, was the essence of children. How children tend to discover magic a lot more often than adults because they seek it out. They really love seeing the elements of magic in life. They wonder and they are in awe of all the things that they can't explain. And so if you can take on this sort of childlike essence of not knowing how this is going to turn out, not being able to explain your situation, maybe feeling quite misunderstood for some of you, it's all going to work wonderfully if you can believe in the power of it coming together in a magical way. Third eye chakra. The frequency of third eye chakra, the indigo flower of life, supports our intuition and our inner knowing, our imagination, and our psychic powers. So a lot of you could feel quite psychic, okay, quite imaginative because of all of this purple. It looks like you are potentially spending some time daydreaming and maybe actively visualizing an outcome for yourself, which I think is going to be much more influential, powerful, and substantial. Look at what we have, you guys. Wow. So we have crown chakra on the bottom of the deck, belief under that, more purple, and then finally we have perception and healing. Okay, going from purple right to green, okay, which is all about you manifesting something that is intangible to the tangible. You diving into the spiritual so that you can be that representation, okay, embodiment of what it is you believe. I really like this energy. The crown chakra is a number 7 as well, so it's sort of a step in progression from the third eye to the crown. Whatever you're knowing, whatever you're taking belief in, you're sifting through so much of the clutter, the illusion, the distortion, that it's okay not to know until you know. right? And then that's something I kind of want to elaborate on, because I think a lot of us are wanting to know how this is going to end, or wanting to know what's going to happen, or wanting to know what purpose this is serving in our lives. As this teeter-totter scale balances out, you're not going to know. Okay, you're just not going to know. You're going to see things swing. You're going to see things fluctuate. So until you know, you're not going to know. And so don't waste your energy on worrying about how this will turn out, is basically my point. But another thing that's coming up, okay, and I'm sorry if I'm jumbling, there's a lot of information here for you, Libra. This energy, this teeter-totter energy, is sort of coming through as a representation of Libra's scales, how we balance the teeter-totter of justice, of judgment, and of logic and law, okay, and of appearance and authenticity. All of these things are coming up. It's inherent that Libra sort of gets this rap for always being in harmony, or needing balance, and sort of being this careful observer of their external world. But I think even deeper, this negotiation with your universal soul, with your higher self, with the universe, is showing the universe, in essence, that Libra is not always in balance, and nor do they always strive to be in balance. A lot of times I think Libra works best in chaos. A lot of times Libra works best when things are not as they seem, because Libra is the cardinal energy of change and perception. And so in an effort to bring through a different perception, there may have to be some truth coming to the surface that creates that chaos, that distorts what we were comfortable in, and helps us rewrite those negotiations that we were so fixed about, right? Because we can't be fixed for very long. We have to create change. That's why we're here. We have to distort, and we have to sort of rustle up or bombard the current status quo so that we can get things in better alignment. That doesn't mean that we have it. That doesn't mean that we are in balance. It doesn't mean that we need that either. So essentially what I think this teeter-totter is you looking at how imbalanced things are, and how we can maybe put them back together in a better way later on. I know that this is a really long tangent, but I think given the fact that it is Libra season and you guys are working with such spiritual energy, it's really needing your contemplation, not your thought. Okay, that's different. Not your thought. And I'm being asked to sort of just reiterate that, because contemplation is different than this. Thought is different than this. This is trust, knowing, truth, healing, intuition. A lot of you have been watching me for a while, and you've noticed differences in me very recently, and I have been going through very similar energies. Of course, I'm a Libra sun, and so a lot of you have literally bared witness to my awakening, my initiation. I have felt completely at a loss, completely confused, disoriented, emotionless, and then also completely overwhelmed at times through these last 6 months. Of course, I'm going through my first Saturn return as well. So it's hitting pretty hard, you guys, and I know that you've noticed a difference in me, and I know that you can see this transformation taking place. One thing that I will say that has really been beneficial is just surrendering to it. Like, yeah, there's a balance. Libras constantly go through phases of wanting to appear a certain way, of wanting to present themselves as, very orderly and put together and steadfast and true. But on the other hand, and the other side of Libra that people don't often recognize is their willingness to do what needs to be done, what is necessary, what is being asked of them. Okay, cutting through the illusion is something that doesn't scare the Libras that I've known, and I'm sure it doesn't scare you all either. And so that fear of being judged has literally been released of me. I don't care what people think. I don't care what kind of intimacy or vulnerability I show to whomever may be watching. That's been a part of my second initiation, is just releasing that ego and that need to appease the people's opinions of me. I mean, you can take a look in my comments and you can see what people think of me. And I will say, I don't even care. I don't even care. And I think a lot of you are going through that right now. Maybe it's a Libra collective kind of thing. But as I'm going through my own awakening and initiation and having to drop lots and lots of layers of myself, you could be going through the same thing. And so I know that it's difficult sometimes to have people's perceptions of you seem really skewed or off, or that they just don't understand you, but that's okay. Libra didn't come into this life to be understood. Simple as that. So universe, number 3, heart chakra, number 4. What's interesting is that this is the world, okay? This is the world in the tarot, and the heart chakra is the 3rd chakra that's actually on the table. And so what I see here is an element of progression, of expansion, opportunity. Something of a completion is also coming up, okay? Having a completion of a cycle, maybe even a karmic situation that you are now being released from. Okay, that's good. That's really good, because this shows, Libra, that you are inherently connected. You are the main traffic source, okay, of the universe right now. Your thoughts are fueling change in others. Your words, okay, there's something about your words coming through your heart chakra center. Now, I don't take these cards in reversal, but this did come out in reverse, which is simply signifying that you have not been in your heart chakra over what you've been expressing in your previous cycle. This is going to change. And one thing that I would like to just ram home with you guys is the universe is a Saturnian energy. So you could be going through a Saturn return, or this could simply be representing your birthday, coming full circle, coming full cycle into an entirely different chapter in your life regarding your heart space, healing, and the sort of way you express yourself, the way you seize opportunities, the way you show up for opportunities. There's something here about closing a chapter so that you can focus more on you as an individual, okay? In the grander scheme of things, you as an individual, your thought process, and how you express yourself, how you show up, okay, as that force of change. Because yeah, it is a force of change, and you will come up against resistance, Libra. You will come up against resistance. But again, if you're speaking and coming from your heart, that resistance will mean much less to you later on. That resistance will mean much less to you. One thing that I love about the World card, you know, as this is just a slightly different tarot deck, it does carry the same energy of coming full circle, having a karmic release, having a lot of opportunity, a gateway opening up for you. This also is inherently something that you can look at being... Oh, I just lost the thought process. What was it? The World. Oh, vulnerability. Vulnerability. There's something here about dropping the layers, okay, of the past. Because you're entering a new cycle, you can't re-enter the same cycle again. You can't unknow what you know now. Okay, and so there's something about needing to enter in with a more vulnerable, receptive energy. Again, with this heart chakra energy, when we get blocked up in our heart, it's because typically we're not giving enough. Okay, we've lost our essence of giving in truth. We've lost our essence of healing, okay, being of compassionate nature. And there's something that's closing out within you that is, again, being rebirthed in the same flip of a coin, that is going to allow you to move through in a much more vulnerable, authentic, freeing way because of whatever you're currently experiencing. Okay, these 3 cards came out very slowly, and I think that this is indicative of how you are leaving and for what reason. Okay, so we have trapped in fear, which is a number 8, discontent and boredom, which is a number 4, and prosperity begins, which is a number 1. So air, water, and earth, pentacles. Okay, so listen, trapped in fear is this karmic situation. And this is why your heart chakra has been damaged, because you've been unable to get your point across. Maybe in this previous cycle, I know in Virgo season, for me, it just seemed like my mind was going 1,000 miles an hour, that my words were trying to keep up. And so in that essence, they sort of lost meaning. Okay, and so with the trapped in fear, I think some of you are afraid that your point has been lost on you, or that you haven't been able to serve a purpose very recently, that you haven't been able to break free of whatever these constraints are. But one thing I'd really like to bring back is this perception and healing, because this trapped in fear is quite literally a matter of perception. It's a matter of perception. And so I think you're getting a really strong dose of perception, a really good lesson in perception. And this is this karmic cycle that you're needing to recognize as no longer benefiting you. Because in truth, I think you've outgrown it, Libra. I think you've outgrown it, or you've outgrown this situation or this relationship. If it is something that is coming to an end that is of significance in your life. You're having to trust in the magic, okay? Bringing you back to the magic in your third eye. You kind of know inherently that this has to happen, okay? So I really want to comfort you in knowing that, because I see it. This has to happen. If you've been trapped in fear, if someone has been bombarding you, entering into your comfort zone, making you feel unworthy, unsafe, if you've been afraid of abandonment, if you've been afraid of being vulnerable, all of these things are very emotional and can very well be heart-centered as well, that you're having to deal with, because this is a lot of karma, maybe involving a karmic relationship or someone, but it's also having to do with your own mind, realizing how powerful your mind actually is. Because again, coming back to that manifestation energy, you did manifest this situation so that you can learn. And I think the reason you needed to learn it this way was because there was no other way. And I would just like to say that I really feel that this is so divinely guided with all of this purple. It's like you have to understand that you're not going to understand until much later, potentially, the interworkings of the divine here in your life. And what the truer meaning of this situation has been for you, because this discontent and boredom, it's either unrequited love, it's either emotional use or abuse that you've just stayed in for too long. Maybe you've tried to ignore the situation, but it's actually put you in a much lower place vibrationally, or just within your own contentment. I mean, if you're not content, then you're not at peace, you're not manifesting well. Okay, and this has been an ongoing situation for some time, as we have 2 4s here, which means this situation has been ongoing for way too long. And I think Libra, you've been the initiator at letting this go, either surrendering or just cutting through the shit. Okay, you're having this, with Libra, it's really interesting, because we want to see them as so nice, well kept and sweet, and avoidant of drama or chaos or disruption, but in essence, Libra will cut through the bullshit better than any other sign. And I think some of you are having to learn that about yourself, that you can lay down the law when you really need to. The universal law is propelling this change in you, actually. You're breaking laws. You're creating chaos. You're removing the distortion or the disorder here. And in so doing, you're telling people to just mind their damn business if it doesn't benefit Libra. And I kind of like that. I kind of like that because there's a little bit of shadow work here, I can tell, because the trapped in fear and discontent and boredom. You've been avoiding this, maybe because you've known exactly how it's going to end. I feel like for a lot of you, this has been a lose-lose situation. And it sucks because someone may have put you here, or someone or something may have made it seem like you couldn't leave for a long time. And so you're just simply, what I feel, you're just simply taking your power back by saying, there's nothing more for me to gain here. This is the negotiation that you are having with the universe. Take what you will, but replace it with better, is what Libra is saying. And it's because you've been doing the shadow work that the universe is responding happily. I will say, Libra, I feel a little bit of a boss energy here. Now, not to be egoic, right? Because we're working on surrendering. We're working on dropping the layers, becoming more vulnerable. But in that essence, there is a bit of a boss energy. Like you're bossing the fuck up, Libra, excuse my language. Like for situations that have just been taking, you're no longer entertaining those because your mind is becoming so much more clear. Your negotiations are not falling short upon you because you are negotiating your terms. So then we have prosperity begins, which is, I think, the result of you actually leaving and letting go of whatever energy has been taking or simply unrequited. This energy is highlighting, firstly, the imbalances in our lives. If there has been an imbalancement, you're being asked to kindly, gently surrender and let that go. Because what does not serve you does not hold place in your life. And you are manifesting something, okay? When we're looking at the universe and heart chakra, this is about manifesting something tangible. This is about working on your finances. This is the Ace of Pentacles. This is a new, tangible, realistic, long-term, committed new beginning. But, as you know, going from universe, Saturn Capricorn energy, to Ace of Pentacles at the very end, there's a little bit of a process involved, right? So this week, you could be sifting through some layers of yourself about what really serves you, what you really need to pay attention to, setting your priorities straight, laying down the law, negotiating on your terms, releasing and surrendering, even to the extent of sacrificing things that you know are not going to make you feel more harmonious, balanced, secure, or supported. So if that means negotiating with universe and your soul, great. If you're taking on that energy of simple spirit energy, great. Because you are in manifestation energy, thick, and you can manifest something beautiful from this. Out of chaos comes order, essentially. But if you're looking at this in context of a relationship, maybe a family dynamic, you're saying, fuck negotiations with physical relationships. You're saying this physical relationship, this physical situation, the attachments that I have to the comforts that they bring me no longer serve me. And in so doing, I think you may be creating some chaos so that things can fall together maybe later on. Because this is your choice. You are choosing to create change for yourself right now, Libra. With this Libra new moon, we have no other choice than to embody our unpredictable, uncontrollable, divine feminine chaos, okay, which is inherently dark. It's a dark moon. It's inherently dark, so you're not going to be able to see how this is going to manifest. The universe has made this very clear. You're not going to be able to see how this is going to manifest. But darkness isn't inherently bad or evil. Darkness is simply destructive. It is uncontrolled and unpredictable. I would like to say, Libra, that you are running a controlled demolition. You are running a controlled demolition. And you could be suffering from some anxiety because of that, because as things fall, you don't know exactly where they'll fall, or how people will react, or what will be left of the remains. But you've been stuck in this same house, this same rut, this same relationship, this same dynamic, the same situation, the same feeling for too long now. It's very cool, Libra. As you run this destruction, as you surrender, as you release, as you sacrifice, I think it will be obvious what you gain almost immediately, if not physically, then spiritually. So do not be afraid. Do not lend your energies to anxiety, feeling trapped or fearful of how things will turn out, especially if they are involving other people's opinions of you. That is something you simply cannot carry into this next chapter of your life. If this is especially an awakening, this is the essence of what you need to let go of. If it doesn't hold value, then it doesn't matter to you. Getting your priorities straight. Boss status, Libra. I like it. We're going to go more into depth. I want to see if there's any players, characters, specific people who Libra is concerning themselves with this week. I want to know what exactly is falling into place, where this prosperity is going to come from, and I want to know an even deeper origin of this universe card, whether it has to do with your birth date or a more significant cycle, and for what reason that's coming to a close. Okay, so we're going to go into depth on that in Vimeo. Thank you so much, Libra, for watching me. I hope you resonated with this. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you next week. Bye-bye.